Hello and good morning. Let's take a look. We're in week 6. If you did not take the test, number 1, you need to see me right after class. Let's take a look here. Well, the truth table, there's only 2 variables, so put P and Q. And when you do that, there's only 4 possibilities for this. So it's going to be true, 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 false, false, true, and false, false. Now the next category would be not P. So you do the opposite of this one. So it's going to be false, false, true, true. And now you answer the question. This is or, so all you need is 1. But you can have both. I'm going to use a different color here. We're looking at not P, which is this one right here. And then we're going to look at Q. So not P is this one, or Q, and Q is this one. So the only one that's going to be false is the one that has 2 falses. Everything else is going to be true. Right there, right there, and right there. You can have both of them as true. Okay? There it is. Let's take a look at the next one. This is just P and Q, so put P and Q. True, 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 false, false, true, false, false. Now you got to pick the next category. What I would do here is look inside the parentheses and I would do this one, so not Q. So Q is going to be false, true, false, true. That's not Q. Then you want to do this whole category right here. So P and not Q. This one is and, so you need both. So you're going to say P, which is this one, and not Q is this one. So you need both. The only one that's true and true is this one. Everything else is going to be false. Okay, now that you have that, you're going to negate that. So the next category is going to be negate all of this. You got to go step by step. So when you negate all of this, it's going to be true, false, true, true. And then the final answer is going to be here. This is or, so either one. So it's going to be P, and it's going to be all of this. So all you need is 1 true. You got 2. This one you have 1 true. This one you have 1. This one you have 1. So all of this is true. And that's how you do that. Today's work is right here. Make sure you're working quietly. I'm going to come around the last 5 minutes and check your work. Let's turn our attention now to college algebra. This one right here, there's a formula on the calculator, so we're going to watch a video on that. But you need to know how to do this. So to graph that, the center is actually 0, 0. You might say, well, how do you know that? Because the real formula is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals radius squared. Your hk is your center. So there's no h and there's no k, so it's got to be 0, 0. That's the center of the circle. The square root of 25 equals 5. So the radius is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you draw your circle. Okay, this one right here, they want you to write a formula. So remember, it's x minus h and k. So it's going to be x minus h, but it's already a minus, so that's going to be a double minus, which changes to a plus. This one's going to be y minus this one, 5, quantity squared, equals radius squared. So 2 squared is 4, radius squared. And there it is. Opposite, boom. Opposite, boom. Square root, boom. There it is. That's how you do it. Rationalize the denominator. You're going to get rid of this radical and you're going to do the conjugate. And I tried to teach this to you the other day. So this, the outer and the inner cancel. So it's going to be 1 times 1 is 1. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is the square root of 4. So the square root of 4 is 2. So that's going to be 1 minus 2, which equals a negative 1. And you're going to bring the negative at the top. At the top, you're going to get 2 plus 2 square root of 2, and then distribute the negative sign, and you're done. Okay, we're going to watch that circle video like I told you so you can use your calculator. Let's look at this one. This is a new section, 1.2. To solve this equation, you're going to get your x's together. You have x's on this side and that side. I want you to draw that line. Now, which one's smaller? Well, of course, this one is. So you're going to subtract 3x from both sides. When you do that, you get 2x plus 4 is equal to negative 8. Now you have a two-step equation, so you're going to subtract 4 and get 2x equals negative 12. You're going to divide by 2 and get negative 6. 12 divided by 2. This next one is basically the same thing, but you have to distribute. So it's going to be 6x minus 6 plus 4 equals 21x plus 3. Make sure you distribute all the way. Now, which one's smaller? Draw your line. The smaller one here is going to be, of course, a 6x. So you're going to subtract 6x because it's a plus. And when you subtract and combine those, you get negative 2. So this gives you whatever that is, 5, 15, I think it is. So 15x plus 3. You're going to subtract 3. That's going to give you a negative 5. And when you divide by 15, you're going to have negative 5 divided by 15, which equals a negative 1/3. Okay, last one for today. What you're going to do is multiply by your least common denominator. 3 times 4 is 12, so we're going to multiply by 12. All of these by 12. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times x is 4x. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9x. And that gives you 24. Now you combine like terms. That looks like what? 13? Divide by 13. I'm a little bit suspicious because this does not work out evenly. So let me just look at my work real quick. Okay, I don't see anything wrong. Today's work is right here. Make sure you copy the problems and show your work. All right, have a good morning.